Coming right up, the Bulls taking on the Jazz. So, Greg, when you're in the first game of a back-to-back, how much focus slips into already looking towards the second game?
Well, from a player's perspective, not much. But from the view of a coach, it has to creep in some in terms of making sure you don't overplay your stars.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, they've got MP. George is out there with Bailey. Then there's Markkanen. And it's Hendricks in at the small forward position. And we have to mention, Greg, the utter dominance MP has shown recently, right? A huge scoring night for him on insane efficiency. The numbers, you can't even believe what you're reading.
You just don't see stat lines like the one that MP had very often. Kevin, it looked like he had a cheat code on the way. He was making everything from the floor. MP showing you have to stay connected to him the moment he crosses half court.
Pass to Buzelis. With the floater, and he lays it up and in.
Yeah, it took just enough off of it for the floater.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with head coach Billy Donovan. He told me when he was watching film of their opponent, what stood out was Lauri Markkanen's efficiency. Coach said Markkanen doesn't need high usage to be effective. He gets a lot of his points off of movement, and he brings versatility to this offense. Guys?
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. Here's Walsh. The Bulls getting the bucket. From outside the arc, Buzelis grabs the board. Bulls have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Up again, and it's put back in by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 6 points.
Yeah, still one of the league's best rebounders. Vucevic extending the possession.
In out of bounds, the Bulls will take it. For Chicago, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Pass to Giddey. High post Vucevic. Over MP. And the rejection by MP. Fires from deep. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Here's White. Now Vucevic. 6 to shoot. To the wing on the left. Here's Buzelis. Buries the long-range jumper. He's got 5.
And when it comes to the three-point shooting of Buzelis, we know he has the ability, but we need to see consistency.
Overall, this quarter, he's getting good looks, and he's taking advantage.
Pass to Buzelis. White setting the pick for Buzelis. They get it again. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. And the rejection by MP. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offensive end.
And Stan, Utah has been all about basketball up until last year. The Jazz, the only major professional sporting franchise in the state.
Yeah, now they've got hockey, but from the venerated days of Stockton and Malone in the 80s, basketball has become effectively the state sport of Utah.
Here's Buzelis. He has 5. Vucevic. MP grabs the miss. With the shot. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Walsh has got 14 points.
Well, when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball.
It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
And the foul called on MP. That is his first foul of the game. And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
Yeah, when you have a defensive showing this poor, it's normally due to an overall lack of effort.
And it's Vucevic missing.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
And Markkanen on the follow.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Here's Giddey. 17 points for him last game against the Rockets in Houston.
Yeah, and he also put in major work on the boards. Just an all-around dominant performance. Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Ball. And again, it's Utah.
And the benefit to MP being able to make that shot is it often leaves the defense at his mercy.
Now here's Giddey. No scoring in this one. Outside, White trying to get something going. The rebound by the Jazz. Walsh has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game. And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Here's Giddey. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, this period, he's been his own worst enemy, and now he's pressing.
And again, MP. MP's got 22 points. Bulls trail by 13. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. And here in January, a few teams starting to solidify their spots in the power rankings. Others not so much. Look at Orlando. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And Utah right now, they wanted the top spot badly, and they did just that. A real testament to both their chemistry and work ethic.
Now here's Herter. He has yet to score. Here's Vucevic, and Vucevic throws it down.
Can't be too surprised by this. Vucevic got the room, and he went to work.
Here's MP, and there's another one for the Jazz.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
Here's Giddey, following the basket by MP. 5 to shoot. Here's Buzelis, and he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Buzelis has got 7 points.
With his soft touch around the rim, Buzelis should score a lot of points in the paint over his career. Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Now, here's Vucevic. He's got 8. Now, Herter at the elbow, Vucevic. And the rejection by MP.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Got that bucket in no time at all. MP's got 29. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Jazz.
Wow, those early blocks are key. They are intimidating their opponent and making them hesitate.
And also, given the game is more fast-paced nowadays, I like the way they've capitalized in transition, keeping their foot on the gas.
Coach, you and I were just talking about this the other day. We don't see many Finnish players in the NBA. I know Lowry is proud of that.
Well, he should be, Kevin, because he's not only a great player, but he's probably a role model for everybody in Finland, and proving that you can come from anywhere now in the NBA and make yourself into a great player if you have both the skill and the desire to do so.
And he's going to get called there for the technical foul, hanging on the rim.
And fundamentally, that's not the smartest move in the world. Depending on the situation, that kind of thing can cost you. Got to control your emotion.
Dosunmu, he's checked in for the Bulls. Outside, White. Back to Giddey. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. The shot by Buzelis, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
A nice shot by Walsh.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Pass to Buzelis. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter. The desire to win, it fuels MP. He doesn't let anything get in his way.
And here is Dosunmu. Giddey with the screen on Anderson. Over in the corner, White connects from three-point range.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And here's MP. Again, what an avalanche!
Once again, he's reached the 40-point mark as there has been no slowing him down all season.
Well, GA, with all these 40-point performances, he's close to matching the mark for third most 40-point games in a single year.
Well, we haven't seen this many 40-point games in a long time. He is close to matching his airness, Michael Jordan, who scored 40 points an incredible 37 times back in '87.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Cavaliers was tremendous. He picked up 54 points, and he did everything else you could have wanted as well, ending with a triple-double. He was really special in that game, and they're hoping he can repeat that kind of performance tonight. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, great stuff as always. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And, Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat.
The 3 from MP. And good! There's another. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
At the guards, it's Giddey at the 1 with White at the 2. Collins is out there with Buzelis. And it's Herter in at the 3 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
Well, great job by Giddey staying composed there, refusing to let the physical defense throw him off.
MP against Collins. And Utah again with the bucket.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Giddey the pass to Herter. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Giddey.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on MP.
Yeah, not sure I like...
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Utah out in front, delivering the blowout. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment.
Thanks for stopping by.
They've been great on the boards. Once these guys establish the position, it's hard to rule them out, yeah, Shaq.
Okay, fellas, now a look at the sharpshooters lining up for the three-point contest. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are... He's checked in for Nurkic. And a minute played as the second half gets going. A nice shot by Walsh.
Well, they wouldn't be in the position they're in without his contribution. He has tormented this defense tonight.
And so in the game for the Jazz, they've got Markkanen, Bailey out there with George. Then it's MP, and it's Hendricks in at the power forward. 6 on the shot clock. And the Bulls with another miss.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
He gets that one.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
The wide open look here for Vucevic. Gets an open look and hits. 14 points for Vucevic.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first.
And again.
And he's just roasting the defense on the regular here. This thing special.
A monumental point total. And now he's tied for the most 60-point games in league history. Now here's Herter. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game.
Yeah, Vucevic is having no problem finding chances to score. The defense has to rethink how they're defending him. Look, if I'm one of his teammates, I just keep getting him the ball. He has been lights out.
George against Giddey. Pass to Vucevic. That's good, and so Giddey with the assist. And that's 18 points for Vucevic.
I mean, he's doing all he can. He needs help out there.
From the baseline, a nice shot by Walsh.
What an incredible game so far for MP. He's showing no signs of slowing down.
Now here's Vucevic. Hendricks pulls it in. Hendricks has got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Walsh. And the layup's good off the glass.
And this is the thing about MP. He has the poise to take high percentage shots.
Outside, White. No good on the triple.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Vucevic drains it from beyond the arc. Vucevic has got 23 points.
Knowing his team needs a lift, he's putting them on his back.
And the basket by MP.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Giddey the pass to Vucevic. And that comes off the assist by Giddey. Vucevic has got 13 points here in the second half alone. A nice shot by Walsh.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
The Jazz making a switch here. Anderson's checked in.
Hey, that's an aggressive move by Giddey. You love to see it.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Thanks. Well, it took a while this summer, but the Bulls were finally able to get an extension done with their bright young point guard, Josh Giddey. In a buyer's market, they could afford to bargain for a team-friendly deal. And after some overreaches in the past, their disciplined approach stands out.
A good strategy. Thank you, Shams.
Oh, man, I love to see that. MP elevating.
And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home.
Thanks, guys. A $50 and a win, and I already know you'll say one doesn't mean much without the other.
Don, if I get 30 rebounds and we lose, nobody wants to know how much fun I had. All they care about is the L we
Back to you, Kevin.
We appreciate it very much, Dominic. Thanks.